right, this is great fun. We got Shandi and Ryan over here working live all morning to build the next level to their video game called Sky Pets. How cool is that, Peter? Like,
excellent.
Right? It's
Yeah.
live hackathon right here. I've been trying to make something like this happen for a minute.
Right.
And it's great that these guys are kind of in the middle of development on Sky Pets and they're able to build a new level right here. I think it's really cool. And I can't wait to play it when they're done.
Excellent. Yeah.
It'll be great. Shandi's hard at work over there. But you've been hard at work too on the Mariachi Spectecular.
Absolutely. We've been very hard at work.
How many years has this thing been going on? Because it seems like forever.
It is. It's been in the community 25 years now, so it's been going on for quite a while. It's been very successful.
That is huge. And I love the mariachi music, and it's a thing. In Albuquerque, I think a lot of us grew up with mariachis.
Right.
But the guys who would walk around at tables at like El Pinto or something, not like the guys who you're bringing in.
Right.
And you bring in the bands that are 72 pieces, seems like full-on orchestras, right?
They are full orchestras. Most people are used to 3- and 4-man on mariachi groups, but we're talking about 20-member groups from all around the country, and they're like an orchestra.
All around both countries, I think, right?
Yeah,
because some are American, some are from Mexico, right?
Well, right now, a lot of our master teachers are coming from Mexico because they're from groups in Mexico. We don't draw too many students at the moment from Mexico. We're trying to change that. Most of the students come from the United States, but all around the country.
I love it. I love it. And you know what? So the mariachi thing, I mean, when we think about these grand orchestras, it's usually like a man or a woman with just an incredible voice, backed up by horns and guitars and the bajo sexto and the whole 9 yards, right?
Right. The harp, everything. Yeah.
Right. How do you manage to get? Because there's like 45 million bands you're bringing in. How do you manage to bring them all in, find a place for them to stay? I mean, the logistics on this thing are just mind-blowing.
Yeah, well, I think we've 25 years, we've had our share of mistakes, but we're getting the program down now, and the one thing I'll tell you is the community of Albuquerque and the state hugely supportive. Right. So we have a lot of support coming from the hotel industry and the rental car industry. There's just a lot of parts to this, but we have a lot of people who help us, and it just, we're able to pull it off. But you're right, it's a lot of logistics.
I can't even imagine. So where is the big show this year?
Well, there's a lot of parts to this, but the main concert is Saturday night, the Spectecular concert, and it's at Sandia Resort.
Okay, perfect. Which is the great outdoor amphitheater. That will be perfect. Yeah. I love that. And then is there still the Civic Plaza component?
Absolutely. Friday night's concert, which is...
Because this is my favorite one.
It really is.
It's free.
It's free, but what's really interesting about it is you get to see all of the groups from around the country, and we have so many states represented compete in a contest to see who's the best mariachi group. The winner of that showcase competition on Friday night at Civic Plaza gets to open the professional concert the next night.
Which is amazing. Yeah. And I've actually gone, I think, the last 3 or 4 years to the Spectecular on the Plaza because it's my favorite to see. Because it's really the younger groups, and you feel like you're seeing the talent that will be really the worldwide talent in a few years.
Absolutely.
You're seeing it now. It's
right.
It's like if you could see the Grateful Dead or something in Fillmar in like 1966.
You
get that same feel.
You're right. You get to catch them before they were big, right?
Right. That's exactly it. I guess I'm building my indie cred every year when I go. Like I was listening to that mariachi group before they were cool.
Yeah. Exactly.
I love it. And the cool part too is they're a lot of them are really young too, right?
Yeah. As young as 6 years old, 7-year-old. We allow young kids into the educational conference, which is what they're doing all week. They're studying and working.
They're here on the ground this week, learning all of this.
At the University of New Mexico, working with these master teachers that we bring in. So they're really working to hone their skills and then put them out there on display at Civic Plaza on Friday night. But you're right, young kids, from as young as 6 years old to
that's cool.
30-year-old kids or adults,
that's
playing
very cool.
as well.
I've always wanted to learn to play the bajo sexto, but I don't know if I could hold something that huge. Just the big bass guitar, right?
Yeah. It is. It's a big instrument.
Because it just seems like fun when you dum, dum. Just keeping that rhythm.
The other one I really like too is the harp.
Yeah.
The harp is a really interesting instrument because you don't see it in too many places, but essentially what it is a piano.
Right.
It's got
a stand-up piano.
It's a stand-up piano. And that's
rather than playing the keys, you're just plucking the strings.
It's such a beautiful sounding instrument, but it's sort of like the bass that you're talking about. It's a big thing to deal with, so you have to have some It's a couple of, you have to have a few muscles to deal with that.
I'm sure, yeah. I love it. How did you guys at the Etrisco companies get involved in doing this?
Well, what happened is 3 years ago, or it was actually longer than that, the original founder of Mariachi Spectecular, Norberto Fresquez, was looking for a way to find some succession for this organization that she had built for 20 years at that time. And she was getting, to a point where she wanted to retire and step away, but the fear was the whole program would go away if there wasn't a plan of succession. So she and I had become friends because I used to be a sponsor, Trisco used to be a sponsor of this event. And we just started this conversation about maybe we could merge it into our organization and give it that path forward. And that's what happened 3 years ago.
That's very. Are you a musician? Do you know mariachi music?
You know, what I am is a lover of music, but I have no musical talent myself.
You and me both, man. I've tried. I've tried. I always wanted to.
Yeah.
But I did kind of learn Spanish a little bit through mariachi music.
Right.
Because, my mom grew up hearing Spanish and it was in the house when she was growing up. And so it kind of came more naturally to her.
Right.
And, as I was growing up, I don't really know how I found mariachi music, but I enjoyed hearing it because all of the phrases I was wanting to learn in Spanish, in Spanish classes, were in the mariachi songs.
Right.
You want to phrase like a question.
Right.
And you think Cuando Caliente el Sol, which is one of the great mariachi songs, and you think about, how do I even write a sentence? And I would think about songs like Guantanamera and the great, all the great mariachi songs.
Right.
And the tunes come right to your head.
Right.
And I could use that in my Spanish classes, and I helped learn Spanish myself from that.
I can see how you did that. Most mariachi songs are songs about life, whether it's a romantic song or a song of struggle or of challenge.
Well, the great songs like Ella, one of the most beautiful love songs ever written,
Right.
And you hear the words in those things, and it just inspires you to even learn Spanish that much more, so you know what they're saying.
Wow, you're probably very lyrical when you speak, I bet.
I'd like to hope so. I think it's more stunted than lyrical.
Oh, okay.
But this is great. The Mariachi Spectecular, it's Wednesday, July 8th through Saturday, July 11th. And Friday night on Civic Plaza is free. Saturday night, the big show at Sandia Amphitheater. I can't wait. I love this stuff. And we'll see how the guys are doing over here on the video game. I'm loving checking in. It looks like they're building a level right there. This is so cool. Shandine is working hard. I love it. We'll be back in a couple of seconds with the folks who are trying to build the world's largest tamale. I love it. We'll be back in just a couple of seconds with the Morning Brew.